Hi beautiful souls, this is part 2 for the divine feminines who are struggling at the moment, who have been going through their own tower moments, who have been feeling anxious, depressed, not sleeping, who have been trying to walk away from this journey out of fear and lack of self-worth, rather than going off living their lives in unconditional love. This is part 2, as I got to over 30 minutes and I thought my camera would actually cut out, so we just had the Four of Swords. The feminines were going through a lot of contemplation, reevaluating their lives, trying to actually figure out what they want for their lives regardless of who is in it. Please, 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 once again, live your life for yourself. Don't base your decisions... Ooh, I'll have to pick that up in a moment. Don't base your decisions on who you want or who you hope to come into your life, because that's just going to create expectations, which will just create disappointment for you. Can't even get it. Okay, awesome. Right, so next up we have Knight of Swords. Now, you guys have already gone through the ringer a lot. And because you've gone through all this contemplation, it feels like it's going hand in hand with the Four of Swords. And it's like, you're coming to that realization where you're like, wow, how much time and effort and energy have I spent just focusing on this one person, on this one section, this one portion of my life? Wow. I really made this whole relationship, I had put it on a pedestal. Like, that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. You guys had really put this person, this relationship on a pedestal. Because nobody had ever connected with you like this before. Nobody had ever made you feel so many different things before. Nobody had ever made you feel so happy, so amazing, but then also completely destroy you at the same time, even though now you've realized that it was actually you destroying yourself. You guys were mirroring each other, triggering each other's wounds that needed to be cleared. And it's like, it feels like you're just not going to put up with any more bullshit. Like, you're not going to put up with any more bullshit from yourself, from your own self-conflict, from your ego. You're not going to put up with any more bullshit from people, from outsiders, because some of you are in certain situations in the 3D where it's like, some of you are still having to cut out some situations, some experiences, whether it's your family, your friends, your colleagues, or just actual, like, what you're doing for work and career, or what you're doing education wise as well. It's like, this just doesn't serve me, this just doesn't feel right to my soul, and it hasn't for ages, but I've just kept going and going and going. And it's like, no, I'm really just not putting up with any more bullshit anymore. I really am going to completely change my life for myself so I can make myself as happy as I can possibly do. Because after going through all of this, it's like, you guys, you deserve happiness. Like, happiness is your birthright. And you have to go through the dark in order to appreciate it, work through those shadow elements, and then be able to actually embrace the light and appreciate the light, because you've gone through the dark and you realize that you have to work with both your shadow side and your light side. You have to have that balance. But it just feels like you're charging forth now. You're just going to be like, all the people that have always held me back, all the people have always told me, oh, you can't do that, don't be ridiculous, don't be silly, you can't do that, that's stupid, or who have just helped you to, all the people who have helped you to be insecure, who have helped you to not feel worthy of certain things, like whether it's literally like, oh, I really want to go and drive to, 3 or 4 different states, over a few weeks or a few months, just to like actually see more of the world, and people will easily be like, you can't do that, you can't go by yourself, you can't do this, what's going to happen if this, what's going to happen if that? And it's like, all those people have just been throwing all these low vibrations out at you, and you've let it affect you so much and build up your insecurities, build up your lack of self-worth, build up your lack of strength. And it's like, no, you're charging forth now. Like, you have no more time for bullshit situations, bullshit people, bullshit experiences. You're not doing it anymore. You've gone through too much. You've gone through far too much to put up with any more nonsense from outside world, from yourself. You're really just gonna go after exactly what you want for you, which is the most important thing. This is what this journey is all about. Self-mastery. What do you want? What does your soul want? Regardless of any romantic entanglements, regardless of if a person is related to you by blood, if they're your family, if they're your best friend for 10 years, when you go through spiritual awakenings, you guys realize half of the people that used to resonate with you, half of the people that you used to be able to actually have conversations with, they're just not on your level anymore. Your frequencies no longer match up because you've gone through all of this spiritual ascension. You've started mastering yourself. You've gone through different experiences that they will never understand, never resonate with. And it's like you're realizing, okay, just because this person's known me for 25 years doesn't mean I have to actually go and look, go and spend time with them every weekend, or go and look after their children every weekend just because they expect me to. Just because, I don't know, just because this person is my mum or my dad or my auntie who I always see on a regular basis, but they're always in a low vibration, they're always really pessimistic. This stuff doesn't serve me anymore. So you know what? I'm just going to keep on focusing on me, me, me. And you guys really do need to do that. You really need to focus on yourself, feminines. Feminines, what do you want? And this is beautiful because you're going through death, so it's just like complete transformation. You've gone through this ego death before. You've gone through all these horrific tower moments. Your whole world is flipped upside down. You've been going through sorrow, heartache, depression, worry, anxiety. Like, you've gone through it all. But you have the death card here, which is just, it's an amazing card because it just means you're going through complete transformation. The old you has gone, or is going, obviously, depending on what stage you're at in this. The old you is going. The old you is gone. What does the new you want? What does the new improved you want? What does the new mastered feminine want? You realize you are a divine being. You are limitless. You are free to do and achieve whatever you want in life. You realize that in order to attract certain things, you need to embody those things. You need to be on the same vibration as those things. You realize that if you want to be, I don't know, something cheesy, like if you want to be a multi-millionaire, you realize that you have to clear out your blockages of money. And I'm actually really hearing that so loud and clear right now, because so many of the feminines and masculines have had so many money blockages for a very, very long time, where we've always been in lack, and lack doesn't attract it doesn't attract anything but lack. So many of you have realized you've had to unlearn so much of the stuff that you've been taught from your parents, from your aunties and uncles, from cousins, from the world, from society. You realize you don't have to work in a brick city, working a 9-to-5 job every single day for like $7 an hour or £8 an hour. You realize you can be an entrepreneur. You realize you can do creative stuff as your actual career. You realize you can do whatever you want. Look at the power of social media. Look at all the people who just start posting makeup selfies like day in, day out, and suddenly build up a following, and then get people asking them to promote products, and they turn it into a career like that. If they had listened to all those naysayers, all those haters, regardless if they were friends, family, colleagues, or whoever, if they had listened to them saying all their bullshit, you can't do that, that's not a real career, what are you going to do when that phase out, blah, blah, blah. If they had listened to all of that, then would you guys even have some of your favorite makeup gurus on YouTube? Would you guys even have certain brands that you wear every single day that you probably take for granted? No, you wouldn't, because if those people hadn't gone after their dreams, regardless of who was talking shit to them, then you wouldn't even be able to use half of the things you use now. And it's like, you guys have really had to go through this complete transformation, and it's so beautiful because now you're just going to be embodying your divine feminine energy. You're so powerful, you're so beautiful, you're so worthy and attractive of every single thing your heart desires. And you're just transforming into the best version of yourselves. Like, you can't get better than this. It's so beautiful. Oh, we have the Hanged Man. More contemplation. Now, sometimes it really does take a while to adjust, because when you're transforming, when you're literally going through a massive transformation, which this really, really is, there's, you know, baby steps. You can't always jump through everything leaps and bounds straight away. It does take a while to adjust, because not only do you adjust your own thought patterns, your own mindset, your own cycles that you're so used to doing your whole life, not only do you transform how you feel when you have emotional triggers come up, and it takes a while in order to learn how to transmute those, to understand when it's your triggers, to understand when it's your feelings, or you're literally becoming more sensitive, more empathetic to everything around you, and you're picking up on more energies as well, going through all this spiritual ascension. But it also takes a while to put things into place in the 3D, because it takes a while to get out of the career that you've been in for ages. It takes a while to start working hard on projects that you have always wanted to do, regardless of who says what. I feel like some of you are really going to be working on projects creatively, like in secret. You're keeping your cards very close to your chest, because you realize, like, this is your baby, this is what you really want to do, and you're not going to even allow anyone to say jack shit about it. So you're just working on your stuff yourself, for yourself, and you're just suddenly going to be like, bam, here it is. Sometimes it takes a while for you to get out of certain situations, especially with the family. Like, I keep hearing it again and again, because some of you really do need to get away from certain family members or certain close friends that you've been used to your whole lives, or for a very long time. Sometimes it takes a while to break away from those situations, because those people, typically, who are on a low vibration, or who just expect certain things from you, they push back a lot. Trust me. Sometimes they're not just like, oh yeah, go off and do your thing, be free, I understand you need to go and have this time to transform. Like, no, they'll be like, no, what are you talking about? You need to do this, you need to do that, we're family, we're this, we're that, blah, blah, blah. They'll try and keep you in that position. They'll try and keep you stuck. Just like some of you feminines have tried to keep the masculine stuck. Just like some of you feminines have tried to keep yourselves stuck. Because these are all life lessons. Every single thing you interact with is a mirror. Every single thing you interact with is a mirror to a part of you. So it's like, you need to spend more time retreating, because this transformation it's not easy. It's really not easy. Sometimes it takes a while to get into the flow of things, to get into that trust, to get into that knowing. So for some of you, you really are going to have to continue to retreat as much as possible. And a lot of people in this life around you, a lot of them are not going to like it. A lot of them are not going to like it. But it's kind of just like, well, tough shit. Like, I've gone through so much as a divine feminine. I need this time now to look after myself. I've gone through all these battles. I've gone through all this death, all this rebirth. I need this time. Please take the time out that you need. And I know it's not as easy as it sounds, because some of you, depending on your situation, some of you do still have to work 2 jobs. Some of you do still have to work 60-hour weeks, until you start changing your mindset, until you start changing your perception on, oh, actually, I don't have to work these 2 jobs that only pay me a certain amount in order to get this and that and this and that. I can actually go after this one job, or I can go after this one career, and I can work this for a few months, and it will pay more than enough, so I don't have to work as much, so I can have more time for myself, more time with my kids, more time to go out in nature. And I can actually have more free time to also work on projects which will also enhance my career, fill my soul with that creative passion, that drive. Like, what makes your soul happy? Is it the fact that you literally just need to go on a cheap holiday and do nothing but lie on the beach for a week? Is it the fact that you need to start pushing yourself to Go to sleep earlier every single night so you can wake up early in the morning and do a workout, or do half an hour of meditation, or do half an hour of yoga? Is it the fact that you haven't even been able to cook for yourself the last few weeks because you can't be bothered, because you've been so depressed, you've been living off like ramen noodles every single day, or you haven't been eating at all? Is it the fact you need to implement something simple like drinking more water each day? Like, there's so many little steps you can do to help you progress more in order for your overall well-being to feel so much better. But it's going to take some time, because especially when you're dealing with other people in the 3D, as I said, a lot of them won't like it. A lot of them will push back. A lot of them will tell you, you have to do this, you have to do that. And it's going to have to be down to your discernment for you guys to figure out, do I really want this person in my life right now? Yes, I love them, but do they serve me right now? Are they helping me in any way? Are they a positive inspiration to me in any way? Because if not, honey, you have to cut them out. This is your life. It's helping out your auntie every single weekend who's constantly in a low vibration, constantly pessimistic, constantly telling you everything that you have to do. Is that really helping you? Is that really serving you? Is that just adding to your depression? Is that just adding to your sorrow? Is that adding to your exhaustion? Because if it is, then you need to cut that shit out. Regardless, you have to live your life for yourself. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, for a lot of us, a lot of the time, it is the people that we're related to that we can't be around. Because a lot of the time, they are still in that stuck low vibrational energy. A lot of the time, they're not also going through massive spiritual awakenings. A lot of the time, they aren't selfless. A lot of the time, they don't understand conditional love, because they've only loved conditionally. It's not your job to teach them, it's your job to teach yourself. Because you guys are going to be going through all this retreatment, all this looking after yourself, all this nurturing. Oh, it's so beautiful, guys. Look, it's just so beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune, yes. The Divine Spirit God, they have seen what you have been doing. They appreciate you. You've had to learn these lessons. You've learned them, and things are turning in your favor. Because you guys have actually been taking action. You've been taking action to find your own happiness within yourself. What you actually want on a soul level. Because once again, this twin flame journey, it's not just about this romantic relationship. Like, that's just an added benefit. That's just the cherry on top. And yes, for a lot of us, it's the way that we've entered into the twin flame journey. For a lot of us, it's the way we've even come across the fact that there's this twin flame term. But the more and more you're in this journey, the more you'll realize this literally is about you. It's been about you the entire time. You've met all these catalysts, all these triggers, all this mirroring effect to get you to the point where you can really be authentically yourself. The best version of you, the version that is balanced out within both your masculine and feminine energies, the version of you that is literally going after every single thing you want, the version of you that is fearless, that does love yourself unconditionally, that does see the world in a different view, in a different light, that does understand the dark, the light, that has had these experiences so you can not only teach and master yourself, but then teach and help others, inspire others. You can't inspire others if you haven't experienced the same thing, which is why so many of you will have to cut out some of these people that are close to you, because it's like they don't understand what you've gone through because they haven't gone through it. They haven't seen it in the same way. They haven't had the same experiences. So of course they're going to continue to try and control you. Just like you were trying to control yourself to a certain degree. Just like you were trying to control the divine masculine to a certain degree. And you've stepped out of that, and now you're getting exactly what you want. You're getting exactly what you desire for you. So that regardless of who comes in and out of your life, regardless of what experiences you go through, you're balanced, you're happy, you're joyful, you're abundant, you're grateful, you're prosperous. And it's beautiful. It literally is beautiful. And look, on the bottom, We have Ace of Swords. Yes, thank you, Spirit. Yes, Divine Feminines. Yes, you have won the battles. You are victorious. You are victorious. The Spirit has blessed you all with this beautiful abundance, this happiness, this knowledge, this strength. You guys are so much more stronger than you even realize. And going through this journey, you will realize how much strength you actually have within. Literally, how much strength you have within. It's so beautiful, honestly. The energy I feel in this room is like, it's so overwhelming. Oh, I don't know if that was trying to come out. It's so overwhelming. Look, spiritual teacher. Exactly what I'm doing now. A lot of you are also spiritual teachers. You will be not only mastering yourselves, but mastering other people. Oh, not mastering other people, but helping other people to master themselves, because you've gone through it. You've really gone through it. Let go. It's like Spirit literally just said, stop. Yeah, please. Please, 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 Divine Feminines. Let go. Let go of all the things that no longer serve you. Let go of constantly obsessing. Let go of control issues. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. I mean, I literally couldn't have said it better myself. Walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. Sometimes we have to do that in life. Sometimes we can't just stay watching the same thing again and again. It's like you plant a seed and then you just spend literally every single minute of every single day watching the seed germinate. Then suddenly you're seeing the roots grow. Then suddenly you're seeing the leaves blossom. Then suddenly you're seeing, and it's like, honey, if you're going to stand still just watching this plant grow, what are you doing with your life? Where is the rest of your life? Because there's so much that's going on right in front of you. You're literally letting your life pass you by focusing so heavily. Oh, all of those? Okay, Spirit. Wow, that's a lot. But there's a lot of feminines. Wow, okay, so for some of you, light and love, your purpose is to bring divine healing and light and love to this world. Yes. Yes. Some of you are definitely, I mean, come on, we're all healers to a certain degree, but some of you are definitely what you're trying to figure out, what you will be figuring out when you're doing all this contemplation, going within, because the more and more you go within, the more answers you will find. Continue asking Spirit, your guidance, your angels. Some of you are definitely going through this twin flame journey in order to help others also master themselves, go through their own twin flame journey, go through their own ascension process. I feel like I can just hear some of you really wanting to get into yoga practice and become a practitioner. Some of you want to do Reiki, some of you want to do counseling, NLP. Definitely keep going within, keep finding your own strength and light, so you can then eventually spread your light, which obviously you'll attract more. Some of you feminines, writing, you heal, inspire and teach and entertain with the words you write. Yes, I love this. I almost feel like I want to read the definition from the book as well. Let's do writing. So you had light and love first. So the first one, you are a conduit of God's pure light and love, and you bring this healing energy through with your prayers, visualizations and positive intentions. This is your life purpose. Although it may seem non-specific, rest assured that your prayers have helped in significant specific ways. You are anchoring divine light and love to the earth. Sorry, my alarms keep going off, guys. Which is ensuring the planet is safe, stable and protected. Please keep up this good work as it is necessary and valuable. You can also channel this purpose in other ways as well. For example, your natural spiritual gifts. You are a wonderfully successful healer. Whether you conduct energy work, counseling, or some other form of physical or psychological therapy, like I said, NLP, counseling, always remember to bring through the divine healing force. You don't need to drain your own energy, as there is an unlimited supply readily available for all who tap into the divine. This card also signifies that you can heal your present situation by applying light and love to it and everyone involved. Hold only positive and loving thoughts and feelings and watch the blessings multiply in beautiful, surprising ways. Yes. Now, writing, I instantly thought, I've been meeting so many beautiful souls recently who have definitely been inspiring me a lot. Now, I definitely feel like some of you will really benefit from poetry, not just for yourself, for your own self-healing, but also to help others as well who will come across your work and it will just speak to them. Definitely music as well, like I can definitely hear music loud and clear. You drew this card as a validation of your dream to be a writer. Whether your medium is books, articles, or screenplays, the angels encourage you to explore writing as a career path. This will involve some self-discipline on your part, as you'll need to spend some time engaged in this activity on a daily basis. Definitely, you guys have to practice this. You have to practice it to get better at it, to get more comfortable with it. The angels remind you that writing is an art and not a science. Therefore, it can never be completely perfect. Your ego may whisper fears and insecurities inside your mind designed to make you procrastinate about a writing project. If this occurs, call upon your angels, particularly the messenger Archangel Gabriel, for confidence, clarity, and motivation. The angels will also help you find publishing outlets for your writing projects if you ask for their help and then follow their intuitive replies. As I said, you guys have to go within, find the answers that you seek. Ooh, see, I told you a lot of you guys are going to be changing careers, figuring out what you really want. We have options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. So what is it you guys want to do? Because you guys have so many options. As I keep reminding everyone in all of my readings and videos, you are a limitless being. You can literally do whatever you want to do in your life. And if anyone tries to tell you any different, don't listen. Cut them out, regardless of who they are. Because if they ain't serving you, if they ain't supporting you, then why are they in your life in the first place? They don't need to be. You have more options than you may realize, which is why this card comes to you today. I can definitely feel a lot of the Divine Feminines needing this card. While you may feel limited in your career choices, the angels remind you that possibilities are unlimited. As I said, limitless beings. They promise that the time, money, knowledge, opportunities, and other factors that you need are very much open to you. This card is a sign urging you to think outside the box and be open-minded with respect to your options. For example, can you return to school and learn a new skill related to your dream career? Can you begin a self-employment venture on a part-time basis? While your regular job pays the bills, or could you find a mentor to train you while you work as an intern or volunteer? The range of possibilities is wide and varied if you will just be open to them. Take a moment right now and say to your angels, please give me clear signs and guidance about my options related to my divine life mission and a career that makes my heart sing with joy. Then notice intuitive feelings and ideas, as well as repetitive physical signs, which are messages from above. Now, I definitely can hear Spirit saying that Spirit has definitely been nudging a lot of you feminines to look in certain directions, whether it's videos literally popping up on your YouTube timeline again and again and again. Certain videos where your ego is almost like, oh, why has that come up? I've never watched anything like that. Why is that coming up as recommended to me? That's a sign from Spirit. Whether it's you literally actually trying to embody that love and light and happiness and talk to just a cashier that you're buying something off of, and they start telling you about their lives and you find it intriguing because you're like, oh, that's really interesting. I've never thought about that as a career before. So many of you are getting so many nudges from spirit, and you really need to start paying more attention, because trust me, everything is for your highest good, even when it seems like it's not, which I know a lot of the time it doesn't seem like it is at all. Trust me, it is. It really, really is. Now we have Speaker. Yes, speak your truth, divine feminines. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. This card indicates that your dream of being a professional speaker is more than a dream. You have much to share with others, and the best way to reach your audience is on the speaker's platform. While it's normal to feel intimidated by the process of presenting your ideas in public, the angels see that your life purpose will help you overcome these fears. In fact, you will learn to enjoy being a public speaker according to this card. Awesome! You may have also received this card because your soul's profession involves some other aspect of teaching or entertainment. For example, you may be destined for acting, dancing, singing, or playing a musical instrument. This card indicates that your purpose involves a public arena and that you are well suited to bring blessings to a wide audience. Yes, divine feminines! Yes! Step into your mission. Go through this amazing transformation and actually start living your life purpose, guys. Come on. Yes. I'm so happy for you, divine feminines. You're coming out of that struggle. And yes, as I already said, we're healers. Come on. So many of you need to go into an actual profession where you can continue to heal others and continue healing yourself at the same time. Some of you really will resonate heavily with this. Like, I can literally just feel my heart chakra just so open right now as I'm holding this card. So many of you have wanted to be a healer for so long, but you had to learn how to heal yourself completely first. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. This card validates that what you've always known. Like I just said, you're a healer. While each person possesses the gift, some like you have refined and polished their abilities. The divine love and light within every sentient being can be directed and amplified to benefit others. Yes! And you've learned how to do so through many lifetimes devoted to healing work. You've been conducting this work for most of your present life, and others are naturally drawn to you for help. You're compassionate, intuitive, and sensitive. For this reason, you can build up confidence in your healing abilities by trusting your feelings and intuitive ideas. You can also feel more self-assured as a healer by taking classes related to your interests. Even if they're an eclectic mix of subjects, as a healer, you'll need to take exceptional care of yourself emotionally and physically to withstand the intense, energetic demand of caring for others. Like I said, that's why you guys have had to go through this transition, this transformation, this self-mastery. Literally, you have to be what you want to give out into the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Oh, I'm just so happy for so many of you guys. For this reason, you can build up confidence in your healing abilities by trusting your feelings and intuitive ideas. You can also feel more self-assured as a healer by taking classes related to your interests, even if they're an eclectic mix of subjects. As a healer, you'll need to take exceptional care of yourself, as I said. Once again, I'm repeating it because I feel like it's a very, very strong message. Emotionally and physically. Please follow your intuitive guidance as to diet, exercise, and lifestyle, and practice healthy boundaries with other people. Like we've been talking about this whole time. Healthy boundaries, healthy boundaries. Remember that the greatest healers know when to take rests and also how to balance giving with receiving. By practicing a healthy lifestyle yourself, you become an inspiring role model and ensure your longevity in the healing profession. I really feel like so many of you, you're going through this, this intense journey because you really are going to be teachers in so many ways. Whether you do it professionally, whether you just do it in your personal life, you're going to be great teachers because you're going to be mastering yourselves first and then helping others to master themselves. Last one, we have freedom. Yes, limitless beings. You are free to do what you choose. This card is a gentle reminder that you aren't a victim of outside circumstances and that you have choices in everything you do. The angels are helping shift you away from complaining that you're a victim of others who control you. Instead, heaven is shining the light upon your wise decision to take responsibility for yourself, your life, and your happiness. As you accept the role you've played in creating your present circumstances, you feel a corresponding sense of relief and freedom. The insight of self-responsibility frightens some initially, as this seems to carry the weight of blame. The angels help you see that blame is a waste of time because it focuses upon past events. Instead, they empower you to envision a bright today and tomorrow for yourself and your loved one. You have the right to change your life. You needn't wait for another's permission to take charge of your destiny. Trust your feelings to guide you towards activities and a career that are meaningful and fulfilling in every way. Yes, yes, and yes. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. And on top of the mood card deck, we have be aware of the present moment. Be mindful. So the affirmation is, breathing deeply, I am aware of my own body. Breathing deeply, I connect to the flow of my own rhythm. Breathing deeply, I am one with the universal flow of life. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I am sending so much love and healing energy to all the divine feminines. I know some of you who are watching this video who resonate, you have really been struggling, but trust me, this journey is all for your highest good. Even when it feels like you're completely alone, you're completely destroyed, you will find your strength. You will go through this beautiful transformation and you will find your freedom, your happiness for yourself, for your inner child. Your heart and soul desires to be happy. Happiness is your birthright. So I'm sending you all so much love and positive healing energy. I love you all so much. I'm sorry it's taken me a while to comment back to everyone. The last few days I've been extremely sick. I've been exhausted. The solar flares, just everything has just been like completely just wanting to sleep. But I will comment back to everyone as soon as I possibly can. I love you all so much. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below if you're changing, if you're transforming, if you're figuring out what your career is, what you're drawn to right now. And if you guys want any personal services, like any personal tarot readings or meditations or affirmations or Reiki healing, it's all in the description down below. I love you all so much. Love you. Namaste, beautiful souls. Bye.